Part 5. Living free from material influence and protecting yourself from unlucky gifts. In modern life, material possessions and external factors can easily influence us. However, Buddhism teaches that happiness comes not from material wealth but from inner peace. Avoiding control by external influences, such as unlucky gifts, is a way to live freely and happily. In this section, we will explore Buddhist principles to help you live a life free from material attachment and protect yourself from the negative impact of unfortunate gifts. Hashtag 1. Practicing mindfulness in daily life. Mindfulness is a core aspect of Buddhism. It helps us maintain awareness and clarity of our actions, thoughts, and emotions. Living mindfully ensures we are not swept away by emotions or external influences, including gifts we receive. Mindfulness enables us to recognize inappropriate gifts and decline them calmly and decisively, without letting them affect our mindset or life. When you practice mindfulness, you won't feel pressured by gifts given with unclear motives. You will gain self-control, maintain emotional balance, and make the right decisions. Don't let material possessions or the temporary satisfaction they provide distract you from your spiritual path and the peace in your life. Hashtag 2. Cultivating compassion and forgiveness. An effective way to protect yourself from unlucky gifts is by cultivating compassion and forgiveness. When you develop compassion, you become less vulnerable to the impact of unsuitable gifts. You can view these gifts through the lens of understanding and empathy instead of letting them dominate or harm your psyche. Buddhism teaches that forgiveness liberates the soul from negative emotions such as anger, resentment, or anxiety. If someone gives you an unlucky gift, instead of feeling angry or fearful, you can forgive and see it as an opportunity to grow your compassion. This approach not only protects you, but also helps maintain harmonious relationships with those around you. Hashtag 3. Valuing gifts by their spiritual worth rather than material value. When receiving gifts, we are often influenced by their appearance or material value. However, Buddhism advises us to assess gifts based on their spiritual significance. A gift doesn't always need to be a high-value item. What matters most is the intention and sentiment behind it. If a gift carries negative energy, you can politely decline it without damaging mutual respect or relationships. Remember, a truly valuable gift is one that brings peace and happiness to both the giver and the receiver. If a gift doesn't provide that, you may choose not to accept it or accept it lightly, ensuring it doesn't disturb your comfort or peace of mind. Hashtag 4. Embracing change and living in harmony with life. In life, we cannot control everything, including the gifts others give us. Buddhism teaches that accepting change is an essential part of spiritual practice. When you embrace change, you won't feel distressed or anxious upon receiving unexpected or undesirable gifts. Instead, you'll see everything as a natural part of life. By living harmoniously, you won't be affected by unlucky gifts. You'll understand that everything arises due to causes and conditions, and every gift has its own lesson to teach us. Inner peace and harmony come from accepting things as they are, without being overwhelmed by uncontrollable factors. Hashtag 5. Practicing detachment and simple living. A powerful method to protect yourself from unlucky gifts is practicing detachment and leading a simple life. Buddhism encourages us to let go of attachments to material possessions, fame, or power. When we release our attachment to these things, we are no longer dominated by them. You won't feel disappointed when receiving a gift that doesn't match your desires, because you don't place excessive value on material objects or outward appearances. Detachment allows you to live lightly and freely, unburdened by gifts or others' expectations. This also helps you maintain serenity and tranquility within, as your happiness doesn't rely on external factors. Hashtag conclusion of Part 5. To protect yourself from unlucky gifts and live a peaceful life, Buddhism teaches essential principles such as mindfulness, compassion, forgiveness, and simplicity. When you practice these principles, you won't be influenced by material possessions or external factors. You will also develop the ability to identify and politely refuse unsuitable gifts with grace and composure. This not only shields you from negative influences, but also allows you to live a harmonious, peaceful, and happy life. Part 6. Lessons from gifts you shouldn't accept and how to apply them in life. In the previous section, we explored how to protect yourself from unlucky gifts and live a life free from material attachments. In this section, we will delve deeper into the lessons we can learn from gifts that should not be accepted. These lessons not only guide us toward living a righteous life in a material world, but also help us apply Buddhist principles in our daily lives to build a peaceful and happy existence. Hashtag 1. Distinguishing between genuine and superficial gifts. One key lesson from gifts you shouldn't accept is learning to distinguish between genuine and superficial gifts. Not everything we receive in life carries positive meaning. Buddhism teaches us to remain alert and conscious before accepting anything from others. A gift may bring temporary joy, but if it doesn't come from sincere intentions, it could lead to negative consequences. When receiving a gift, ask yourself, what benefit does this gift bring me? Does it truly reflect genuine affection, or is it merely a tool to manipulate me? The answers to these questions will help you determine which gifts are worth accepting and which should be politely declined. Hashtag 2. Seeing unwanted gifts as lessons. In Buddhism, every challenge or difficulty can be a valuable lesson. When you receive an unwanted gift, instead of feeling angry or disappointed, view it as an opportunity to learn and grow. The gift could teach you lessons about mindfulness, patience, or letting go of unnecessary things. Buddhism reminds us that everything has a cause and effect. An apparently negative gift might teach you precious lessons about humility, forgiveness, and understanding. Accept the gift with an open and calm mind, seeing it as part of your journey to self-improvement and personal growth. Hashtag 3. Avoid relying on gifts for happiness. An essential principle of Buddhism is independence and self-reliance. Do not depend on material gifts for happiness. True happiness cannot be bought with money or received through gifts. It comes from inner peace, living authentically, and pursuing your true purpose. If you rely on external gifts to feel happy, you will always live in a state of lack and suffering. Buddhism encourages you to seek happiness within, through inner peace and by practicing values like mindfulness, compassion, and wisdom. When you live with a calm and peaceful heart, you won't feel the need for material gifts to be content. Hashtag 4. Living ethically and avoiding harm to others. Buddhism advises us to live ethically and avoid harming others. When you accept a gift, remember that you are taking on a responsibility toward the giver and yourself. If the gift causes you distress, worry, or discomfort, it could lead to unwanted consequences. Buddhism teaches that living righteously means avoiding harm not only to yourself, but also to others. When accepting a gift, consider its potential impact on the giver and those around you. You can refuse a gift if it doesn't align with ethical principles or doesn't benefit everyone involved. This approach helps you stay true to spiritual values and maintain harmonious and positive relationships. Hashtag 5. Letting go of unnecessary gifts. Modern life often tempts us with material possessions and gifts. However, Buddhism teaches that letting go is a vital step toward peace. Releasing unnecessary gifts not only simplifies your life, but also frees you from material attachments. When you realize that not all gifts are essential for your life, you can let go of those that lack spiritual value. This will help you live more simply and focus more easily on your spiritual goals and self-development. Hashtag conclusion of Part 6 *. Gifts you shouldn't accept are not merely lessons about material things, but also opportunities for spiritual learning and growth. Buddhism teaches us that every challenge or gift, whether good or bad, can become a valuable lesson that deepens our understanding of life. By living according to Buddhist principles, we can live a peaceful, free life that is not dominated by material possessions.